Very important video. It's a very glorious day. We're going to title this one Walter the Redeemer. Right now you're on the side of the train tracks. You're leaning up against a nice old log next to some moss. Very different kinds of rocks. Some having garnets in there, maybe even diamonds and gold. All different kinds of stuff. And what happened was, I'm out there painting, thinking about things, and Walter pulls out unexpectedly, and out of his car window, he hands me. He presents, and I take it. I had a paintbrush in my hand, and I had a paint cup in the other hand. I took my glove off, and I took it. And he started to say something, and I walked away. I just walked away around the corner, and went inside and put this inside, opened my door. And what he started to say was, "I'm going to do you like you did me." And at that point, I was walking away. I couldn't hear him, didn't care. And he drove off. He was on the other side of this dumpster I'm painting. So now, to my loving wife, home is where the heart is, and my heart forever shines in our home, which shines because of you. Now, I made up that saying, and it took me a long time, to be honest with you, because I don't have a loving wife. Nobody loves me like that. And I had to think about how great it would be. And I put golden hearts there for our new age with emoji stuff, without saying the word heart. I put his name on there. I cut this piece of wood with my hands. I could have used it for something else. I left it a little banged up because it's rustic, but it's real. I sanded the edges so it wouldn't hurt anybody. I primed it. I painted all these little houses and stuff on there. Can you see that? And this is from my heart. Because originally Walter had just, not even knowing me, as soon as I walked into this place, assumed I was some kind of junkie. And he says, with a bunch of other people that didn't even know me either, but had seen me once before, decided to say, "Oh, you need to cut your hair. You need to get some God in your life." And that's where we started. I made fun of him back. I told that story before. Everybody else laughed. That's beautiful. He didn't. But, we were alright. He did chuckle because he was forced to. And then my friend, who had passed away, I did some auto services for Walter with my friend, and I concluded the service for something extra afterward, and Walter did not pay me. He didn't offer to tip me or anything. He didn't say anything, and I was rolling on the credit that my friend who passed away, that they were friends in the same age and grew up in the same town together and knew each other. I was under that impression that I could honor my friend by being a good guy and being open-minded, because I know that Roger would have had a conversation with me about it, and he probably would have took my side and felt how I was. Maybe even would have stuck up for me and told Walter to pay me. Who knows? Thing is when Walter came to me, he had an ability to redeem himself. I didn't have nothing against him at that point, like I said, because my friend. And I, installed his light bulb for free, took time out of my day and all this. I'm an artist. I don't need to be doing mechanic work for free for people unless it's an emergency or somebody I love and care for myself. So I can, whatever, I'll work humble. So when he asked me to do this, I felt like an honor. I'm like, man, now he's known me enough not to pick on me, but maybe want something from me, and he's going to give a youngster, I played it with him, an opportunity to make a couple extra bucks. Not even a third of a tank of gas for me, most people. And then he didn't want to pay. And the thing about this is I can't give myself for free and my labor and everything. So let old people live in the fantasy. I get it, and I love you, and I'm glad you were here, and I love the world that we have. My knees, I'm getting skinny. My knees are small now. I'm old too. And when he was 50, and when people like my father were 50, it was a different world. They would have been at the door, be like, "Yo, bitch, give me my shit." I'm happier to have this than the $40. And what I did is I did the only thing I could do. I gave him a notice bill saying how much he owed, and it would be double after 30 days. I called his house twice. I left a message on his machine just like I did when I was making this to tell him it was ready, and, ask him if you want to come by and check it out before I finalize it. Clear cut the crap out of it. So, and I told him, the first time I called, I says, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to see you. It's Friday, Thanks anyway. Don't forget about me. And, because I knew that his wife, the possibility of the one receiving this was there, because I care. And then, we had it in again. He tried to throw $10 at me, after saying that I gave it to him all these times. And, I had reached out to his church then. I'm like, look, I don't want... And I had found his son on Facebook. And I messaged his son. I made videos about stuff. And when people said, where's Walter? We haven't seen him. I'm like, yeah, well, he owes me $40 and he's fucking whatever. And then some people were like, well, did he pay you yet? And, I'm like, no. And then they took my side too. So Walter redeems himself by giving this back. He tried to, do his old man thing, but it's my world now to that degree, and I have a choice to respect you or not. Just like you have a choice to respect me. And if you disrespect me, I don't have to say, okay, you're older, you have to better than the benefit of the doubt. The only time that comes into play, if there's a physical something going on, or just like with a man and a woman, or an adult and a child. I'm getting fragile and frail. My abilities are less. The stand your ground law exists for you people. But you could have dementia and pop off and kill me over something like this. So, don't be mad because don't hate the play, I hate the game, right, Walter? And, I could do a million things with this, but this is a victory piece to me. Because I don't get to do a lot of things for myself because I have to work in a world where I'm shortchanged because of stereotypes of people like Walter. And he didn't redeem himself in that fact. He redeemed himself in the sense that he paid the piper. So now, I could digress and lay it to rest now and let him live his life. And I can go about mine, because I'm a man of principle, and it does matter. You can't just take a back seat just because somebody has an idea and a fantasy of their standing. They have to earn it. It's a different day and age. This is not the way of the gun. It's not man's world anymore like that. So, it's a victory to me, and it didn't get out of hand. It doesn't matter. I used the tools that I had, because to legally prosecute somebody and take them to court over this is bullshit, man. And I did this a couple times, dude. I fucked up the lettering, because, I got my own issues going on with this community, and, being stressed and threatened, and, I was mad at myself that I couldn't do this easy enough. And I have my own mother and father that I could do more things for. I have people that have been gifting me support and help that I could do more things for. Why am I going to give something for free to a man with a big family and a fucking full community? He already has his gift from God, and he wants more. Did he expect me to, earn his approval by paying him off with my time and labor so he could say I'm not just a hippie scumbag. Like, oh, I got Walter's approval. He'll vouch for me. Yep, Daniel did something nice for me. Who the fuck are you? You're nobody to me. You know, I got 10 people that are fucking right here. Some of them gave me stuff on your behalf because you were being a dickbag. I really needed food and heat because it got cold. It is what it is. But now it's over. For me, it's over. I'm a man too. I can understand. If he honestly thinks that I'm in the wrong, let's put it in perspective. I never cast any stone against him. I didn't cast the first stone. I defended myself, and I had to take measures to get what I earned. That's simple. That's American, is the fact that I work for something, and I deserve to get paid for it. You know, I could have put bats and shit in, gargoyles, fire in the sky. You know, I could have put somebody else's name on there. And it hurts, man. It did hurt. And now I'm going to remove Walter's name, or it might be a piece of art. You know? I could do a lot with it. Yep, they tried to pick the hair out of it. You know, people got no respect for art anyway, see? And for the $10 he wanted to spend, dude, come on, like, okay, let me find this piece of wood. Let me sand this piece of wood. Let me prime this piece of wood after cutting it. I mean, dude, I got way more than 10 hours into this thing. Realistically. You know, because of coming up with the words. And people see me paint and everything, and they're like, oh, they want to take it for granted that because I have such a skill and it comes easy that I could just do a bunch of extra work for free for people. And right now, I'm done wasting time with Walter. It's over, buddy. Glorious day. Day of transition. Day of change. Day of success. Retribution. All these things, dude. We are on point. Let's rock. Thank you very much. Not him. Thank everybody else that was supportive in my videos and Facebooks and in real life. Thank you. We won today.